Have you ever shared something with your family, only to realize perhaps it might have been better kept to yourself? As we grow older, we often collect a trove of experiences, beliefs, and personal details that shape who we are. While sharing our life stories with family can strengthen bonds, there are some things that might be better off kept private. Today, I want to talk about 7 specific areas where keeping a little mystery can actually preserve respect, privacy, and harmony within your family. From sensitive personal habits to financial details, we'll explore why sometimes less is more when it comes to sharing with our loved ones. Keeping certain aspects of our lives private isn't about creating distance. Rather, it's about maintaining healthy boundaries that respect both our own privacy and the emotional well-being of our family members. These boundaries help ensure that conversations remain respectful and that personal revelations do not become burdensome or a source of conflict. As we delve into each topic, I invite you to consider how these guidelines might apply to your own family interactions, potentially improving relationships and ensuring that family gatherings remain joyful and free from unnecessary tensions. Before we dive deeper into these topics, if this sounds like the kind of content you're interested in, make sure to hit that subscribe button for golden aging and turn on notifications so you never miss our tips on living fully at every age. Your support truly helps us reach more people looking to make their golden years healthier and happier. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Point 1. Financial affairs. When it comes to personal financial affairs, discretion is often the best policy, especially in the context of family relationships. As we age, the complexity of our financial landscape can increase. There may be retirement funds, savings accounts, investments, property holdings, and perhaps even ongoing business interests. Sharing too much about these financial matters with family members can lead to various issues, ranging from misunderstandings to disputes over future inheritance, or even undue influence on personal financial decisions. Financial privacy serves several important purposes in preserving both personal autonomy and family harmony. Preventing conflicts. Money matters are among the top reasons families experience conflicts. When details about assets, investments, or your financial strategies are widely known within the family, it can lead to jealousy, resentment, or expectations that may not align with your intentions. Autonomy and control. Keeping financial details private ensures you maintain control over your assets. Elder financial abuse is a real concern, and by limiting information, you safeguard against potential manipulation or coercion by family members who might not have your best interests at heart. Simplifying relationships. Money can complicate relationships unnecessarily. By keeping financial matters private, you ensure that your relationships with your family members are based on love and mutual respect, not financial expectations. Consider the scenario of Margaret, an 80-year-old widow with a considerable estate. She chose to share details of her finances only with her eldest daughter, who also has legal power of attorney. This arrangement kept the family dynamics smooth while ensuring that there was a trusted family member overseeing Margaret's financial well-being without exposing all the details to everyone, thus preventing any sibling rivalry or entitlement issues. While total secrecy isn't necessary, a balanced approach can be beneficial. Designate a trusted advisor. It may be wise to have at least one family member who understands your financial situation thoroughly, especially someone who will act responsibly in managing your affairs if you become unable to do so yourself. This person should be chosen based on trustworthiness and financial acumen. General information sharing. Instead of specifics, share general information about your financial planning, such as the fact that you have a will or an estate plan in place, without going into the details of the assets contained therein. Professional involvement. Engage with financial advisors and legal professionals to manage your finances. This not only adds a layer of professionalism, but also helps in keeping family dynamics out of the financial decision-making process. How and when to disclose financial information can also be strategized. Time disclosures. You might choose to disclose certain financial information at specific times, such as when revising a will or after reaching a certain age, making it part of a structured conversation about estate planning. Educational opportunities. Use discussions about finances as a way to educate younger family members about financial management and planning without revealing specific details about your personal finances. Setting expectations. Clearly communicate your intentions regarding inheritance or any financial support you are providing, such as contributions to college funds, to avoid future disputes and ensure everyone is on the same page. Maintaining a certain level of privacy regarding your financial affairs is not just about protecting your assets, but also about protecting your relationships. By carefully managing how much financial information is shared with family members, you can maintain autonomy over your financial decisions, prevent potential conflicts, and ensure that your relationships are defined by personal connections, not financial transactions. Point 2. Political and religious beliefs. In today's world, where political and religious opinions can be intensely polarizing, discussing these topics within the family can sometimes do more harm than good. As we grow older, these beliefs often become deeply ingrained and central to our identity, making discussions about them particularly charged. The challenge is to navigate these sensitive areas without alienating loved ones or creating unnecessary conflict. Political and religious discussions are about more than just opinions. They often touch on core values and deeply held convictions. When family members hold differing views, which is increasingly common in our diverse society, sharing these beliefs openly can lead to discord, hurt feelings, and even long-term estrangement. Consider the case of Harold, a retiree whose military background shaped his conservative political views. His granddaughter, Emily, is an active participant in more progressive social movements. Over the years, Harold learned that avoiding in-depth political debates at family gatherings kept their interactions joyful and respectful, focusing instead on their mutual love for gardening and literature. It's important to balance honesty and openness with the need to maintain familial harmony. Know your audience. Gauge the openness and receptiveness of family members before venturing into potentially contentious discussions. If the climate seems hostile or if past discussions have led to discomfort, it might be wise to steer clear. Set ground rules. If political or religious discussions are inevitable, setting ground rules can help manage the conversation. Agree to avoid personal attacks, to listen respectfully without interrupting, and to know when to agree to disagree. Focus on common values. Try to find and emphasize the values you share, even if your expressions of those values differ. For instance, you might both value the concept of justice or community, even if you support different political parties or religious teachings. Sometimes, particularly around significant events or during major holidays, political or religious topics can't be completely avoided. In these cases, having a neutral party facilitate the discussion can help. Mediated conversations. A family member who is less invested in the topics or an external mediator can help guide the conversation, ensuring it remains respectful and productive. Educational approach. Frame discussions as opportunities for learning rather than convincing. Encourage family members to share why they hold certain beliefs without necessarily advocating for them. As elders, the legacy we leave behind is often considered just as important as the assets or memories. How we handle sensitive topics like politics and religion can significantly impact how we are remembered. Modeling respectful behavior. Demonstrate how to engage in respectful, thoughtful discourse. Showing that you can maintain relationships despite differences can be a powerful lesson for younger family members. Avoiding legacy of conflict. By choosing discretion over debate, you can help ensure that your legacy is not marred by memories of conflict but enhanced by recollections of wisdom and unity. Choosing to keep certain political and religious beliefs private, or at least handling discussions with care, is not about suppressing your beliefs but about prioritizing family harmony and mutual respect. As we navigate our later years, the relationships we nurture with family often become our most treasured assets. It's important to foster these relationships in a way that respects both our differences and our bonds, ensuring that gatherings are marked by affection rather than conflict. Point 3. Romantic relationships past and present. Romantic relationships, whether past or present, are intensely personal experiences that shape our emotional landscapes. Discussing the details of these relationships with family members can sometimes lead to unnecessary complications, misunderstandings, or judgments. As we mature, the way we view and handle these relationships often evolves, but the need for a certain level of privacy remains consistent. The intricacies of romantic relationships often involve vulnerable feelings, deep emotions, and personal revelations. Sharing detailed accounts of past romances or the nuances of a current relationship can expose you to a range of potentially negative outcomes. Family members might form biases or hold on to these stories, affecting their interactions with you and your partners. Consider the story of Anne, a widow in her late 70s who rekindled a romance with an old flame, John. When she shared this with her adult children, their reaction was mixed. Some felt it was inappropriate at her age, while others were overly curious about intimate details, and found that this disclosure affected her children's perceptions of her, and even altered their behavior towards John, making family gatherings somewhat awkward. While it's normal to want to share aspects of your life with your family, finding the right balance is key. General updates versus intimate details. It's often sufficient to share general updates about your relationship status or the fact that you are dating someone, without going into the details of how the relationship functions or the emotional complexities involved. Respecting your partner's privacy. Remember that your romantic partner has their own expectations of privacy. Discussing intimate details of your relationship could breach their trust and affect the relationship's dynamics. Handling sensitive topics. If discussing a past relationship is necessary, perhaps in the context of family history or health matters, focus on the facts rather than the emotional or intimate aspects. This approach respects the privacy of all involved while providing necessary information. Oversharing romantic details can lead to several issues. Judgment. Family members may judge you or your partner based on the information shared, which can lead to tension or conflict within the family. Influence on family dynamics. Romantic relationships can significantly influence family dynamics, especially if family members become too involved or feel they have a stake in the relationship. Unwanted advice. Sharing details about your romantic life can sometimes open the door to unsolicited advice, which can be frustrating and may strain relationships. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries around discussions of romantic relationships is beneficial. Setting clear limits. Politely but firmly set limits on the kinds of questions about your romantic life that you are willing to answer. Communicating needs. Explain to your family why you prefer to keep these details private, helping them understand that this decision is about maintaining healthy boundaries rather than keeping secrets. Selective sharing. Choose wisely whom to confide in about more sensitive or detailed aspects of your romantic life, perhaps confiding only in family members who have shown a capacity to respect your privacy and boundaries. Maintaining a degree of privacy regarding romantic relationships is not just about protecting your personal feelings but also about safeguarding the emotional health of your family dynamics. By carefully choosing what to share and what to keep private, you can navigate the delicate balance between being open with your family and maintaining a healthy private life. This approach fosters respect and understanding across family interactions, ensuring that your romantic relationships enhance your life without complicating your family relationships. If you're enjoying the insights so far and appreciate the importance of privacy, type 2 in the comments to let me know. Point 4. Health concerns. As we advance in age, health concerns become a more frequent part of our conversations, especially within families. However, the way we discuss our health issues can significantly impact our own and our family members' emotional well-being. While it's important to keep certain family members informed about serious health issues that might affect them or require their support, sharing every detail of every health scare or minor ailment can lead to unnecessary worry and stress. Privacy in health matters is important for several reasons. Maintaining independence and dignity. Older adults often feel a sense of vulnerability about their health. By selectively sharing health information, you can maintain a sense of control and dignity. Constantly discussing minor health issues might lead others to view you more as a patient than as the vibrant individual you still are. Reducing unnecessary worry. Particularly when dealing with non-life-threatening or minor health issues, sharing every detail can cause unnecessary anxiety among family members. This can be especially taxing if your family includes members who are naturally anxious or who may feel compelled to overextend themselves to offer help. Avoiding the sick role, continuously talking about health problems can inadvertently place you in a sick role, where both you and your family members start seeing your life and identity primarily through the lens of illness, which can be psychologically limiting and depressing. Consider the story of Robert, who had a series of minor surgeries and medical tests over 1 year. He chose only to share information that resulted in significant changes to his lifestyle or required family support. This approach helped him maintain normalcy and prevented his adult children from becoming overly concerned or anxious about his well-being. Finding a balance in sharing health information involves a few key strategies. Significant issues only. Share information about health issues that might affect your family members' lives or require their support, such as surgeries, hospitalizations, or treatments that will impact your daily activities or long-term care needs. Appoint a health proxy. Have a designated family member who knows the full extent of your health status and can act on your behalf if necessary. This person can be the point of contact for doctors and can manage how information is disseminated among other family members. Use discretion based on family dynamics. Tailor your sharing to the dynamics of your family. If certain members tend to react excessively or stressfully, consider how you can communicate your health status in a way that is informative yet reassuring. Promoting a family culture where health is discussed in a balanced and constructive manner can lead to better emotional outcomes for everyone. Educational approach. When discussing health issues, focus on educating your family about what your conditions mean rather than just the conditions themselves. Explain treatments and prognosis clearly to avoid misunderstandings and undue worry. Promoting positive interaction. Encourage family interactions to focus on positive updates and milestones in your health, rather than just dwelling on problems or setbacks. This helps build a more hopeful and supportive family environment. Respecting privacy and autonomy. Just as you value your privacy, respect the health privacy of other family members unless they choose to share openly. This reciprocal respect for privacy can strengthen trust and empathy within the family. Carefully managing how much you share about your health concerns can protect your autonomy and dignity, reduce unnecessary worry among your loved ones, and foster a healthier, more positive family dynamic. By focusing on significant health issues and maintaining a balanced approach to communication, you can ensure that your family is informed and supportive without being burdened by every detail of your medical life. Point 5. Past conflicts. In every family, conflicts and disagreements are inevitable. However, how we handle the memories of these conflicts can significantly affect our current relationships and family dynamics. Discussing past conflicts can sometimes help in understanding family patterns or behaviors, but more often, rehashing old disagreements can reopen healed wounds and introduce unnecessary bitterness or resentment into family interactions. When old conflicts are brought back into discussion, they often bring with them old emotions, anger, disappointment, and hurt. While it might be tempting to discuss past issues, especially if they were never fully resolved, doing so can disturb the peace you've worked hard to establish over the years. Consider the story of Eleanor and her brother, Tom. Years ago, they had a significant falling out over the care of their aging parents. While they eventually found a compromise, the details of those heated arguments remained a sensitive topic. When Eleanor brought up the conflict during a recent family reunion in an attempt to clear the air, it inadvertently reignited feelings of resentment, affecting the entire gathering. Managing how and when past conflicts are discussed is crucial in maintaining healthy family relationships. Focus on resolution, not blame. If past conflicts must be discussed, shift the focus from who was to blame to how the issue was or can be resolved. This approach encourages a constructive discussion rather than a divisive one. Timing and setting. Choose an appropriate time and setting if past conflicts need to be revisited. Sensitive discussions should be conducted in private settings where all parties involved feel safe to express themselves without judgment. Use mediation if necessary. In cases where past conflicts are particularly complex or hurtful, involving a neutral third party, such as a mediator or counselor, can help facilitate a more objective discussion and resolution. Agree to move forward. Sometimes, the best way to handle past conflicts is to agree collectively to move forward without delving back into them. This can be formalized through a family agreement, or an understanding that certain topics are off limits. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in dealing with past conflicts. Letting go of old grievances doesn't mean forgetting what happened, but rather choosing not to let those events control your feelings and behaviors towards family members. Forgiveness can lead to a more peaceful and harmonious family life. Personal healing. Forgiveness is often more about your own peace than condoning someone else's actions. Reflect on the benefits of releasing anger and resentment for your well-being. Modeling behavior. By choosing to forgive and avoid dredging up old conflicts, you set a powerful example for younger family members about how to handle disagreements and maintain family unity. Instead of focusing on past conflicts, encourage positive interactions and create new, happy memories with family members. This can help dilute the impact of past negative interactions and reinforce the bonds that hold the family together. Family activities. Engage in activities that all family members enjoy, which can foster teamwork and camaraderie. Regular communication. Keep in touch regularly with family members to build strong relationships that aren't solely defined by occasional gatherings where old conflicts might resurface. While the history of past conflicts can't be changed, how you choose to remember and discuss these events can profoundly impact your family's current and future dynamics. By focusing on forgiveness, resolution, and positive interactions, you can ensure that past conflicts do not overshadow the joy and love that family relationships can bring. This approach not only maintains family harmony but also fosters an environment of growth and mutual respect among all family members. Point 6. Masturbation and private intimate acts. Masturbation and private intimate acts are aspects of personal sexuality that, while completely normal and healthy, are generally considered private matters. Discussing these activities within the family context can lead to discomfort, embarrassment, and potentially unnecessary conflict or misunderstanding. As we navigate our later years, it's important to maintain boundaries around such topics to uphold personal dignity and respect within the family. Sexual activities, including masturbation, are part of adult private life. These practices vary greatly among individuals and are influenced by personal preferences, health, and cultural or moral views. Discussing them openly with family members, especially across generations, can lead to various uncomfortable situations. For instance, consider the case of a widowed senior, Charles, who discovered that embracing his sexuality was key to maintaining his mental and physical health. When he inadvertently mentioned this in a conversation with his adult children, it led to a series of uncomfortable exchanges and unnecessary worry about his well-being, illustrating the challenges that can arise from sharing too much about one's private life. Respecting privacy about masturbation and other intimate behaviors is crucial for several reasons. Personal dignity. Everyone has the right to maintain their dignity regarding personal and intimate behaviors. Keeping such matters private helps preserve this dignity and respect among family members. Avoiding misunderstanding. Discussions about private sexual behaviors can be misinterpreted, leading to concerns or judgments that are not accurate or helpful. Generational sensitivity. Sensitivities around sexual topics can vary significantly between generations. What is acceptable to discuss openly among younger people may not be comfortable for older generations, and vice versa. If a family member, especially a younger one, asks about intimate details or your views on sexual matters, it's helpful to approach the conversation with tact and assertiveness. Redirecting the conversation. Politely steer the conversation away from personal details and focus on more general health or relationship advice if relevant. Setting clear boundaries. It's okay to say that you prefer to keep certain things private. Most family members will understand and respect a request to avoid topics that make you uncomfortable. Educational approach. If the topic arises from a genuine need for guidance or understanding about sexual health, consider directing them to professional resources or educational materials that can provide appropriate information without personal disclosure. While personal details about sexual habits should remain private, fostering a healthy and open attitude towards sexuality in general is beneficial. This can include supporting education. Encourage family members, especially the younger generation, to seek information from credible sources about sexual health and relationships. Promoting respect for privacy. Teach by example the importance of respecting privacy, not just about sexuality but all aspects of personal life. This helps build a family culture of mutual respect and understanding. In summary, maintaining privacy about masturbation and private intimate acts is a matter of personal dignity and respect. By setting boundaries on these topics, you ensure that your family interactions remain comfortable and respectful. Discussions about sexuality should be handled with care, focusing on educating and fostering respect rather than sharing personal details. This approach not only protects individual privacy but also supports healthy, respectful relationships within the family. As we discuss keeping private matters confidential, if this conversation resonates with you, share your thoughts by commenting 3 in the comments section below. Point 7. Personal secrets entrusted to you. Respecting and maintaining the confidentiality of personal secrets entrusted to you by others is a cornerstone of trust and integrity in any relationship. When someone confides in you, particularly about sensitive or deeply personal matters, they are placing a significant amount of trust in your discretion. Breaching this trust by divulging their secrets to family members can have severe repercussions, not only damaging the trust between you and the person who confided in you but also potentially affecting relationships within your broader family circle. Holding on to someone's secrets demonstrates a deep respect for their privacy and trust in you. It solidifies relationships, enhances mutual respect, and establishes your reputation as a trustworthy individual. This is particularly important in close-knit communities or families where trust is paramount to maintaining harmony and supportive relationships. Consider the example of Helen, a grandmother who was trusted with a sensitive piece of information about her friend's past. The friend had made some mistakes in her youth which she deeply regretted and which could have changed her family's perception of her if known. Helen chose to keep this secret, respecting her friend's past and her friend's right to disclose this information herself if she ever decided to do so. In doing so, Helen preserved not only her friend's reputation but also the integrity of their friendship. Revealing secrets entrusted to you can lead to multiple negative outcomes. Damage to relationships. If the person finds out you've shared their secret, it can irreparably damage your relationship with them. Furthermore, if the secret involves or affects other family members, it can create conflict and distress within the family. Loss of respect. You may lose the respect of both the person whose secret you disclosed and other family members or friends who learn of your indiscretion. Emotional harm. The person whose secret you shared may experience significant emotional distress if their confidential information is exposed, especially if it leads to judgment, stigma, or other negative social consequences. Here are some strategies for managing sensitive information that others have entrusted to you. Clearly communicate boundaries. If you feel uncomfortable holding a secret, it's important to express this to the person confiding in you. Let them know gently but firmly that you might not be the best person to hold this information. Seek anonymous guidance. If a secret weighs heavily on you, consider seeking guidance from a professional, such as a therapist or counselor, who is bound by confidentiality. This allows you to discuss your feelings without revealing identifying details about the person involved. Redirect discussions. If someone attempts to confide in you about someone else's secrets, gently steer the conversation away to avoid becoming a keeper of unwanted confidences. As an elder, part of your legacy can be the integrity and discretion you demonstrate. This not only sets a moral example for younger generations but also creates a safe and trusting environment within your social and family circles. In summary, respecting the privacy of personal secrets shared with you is crucial for maintaining trust and dignity in all your relationships. It protects not only the individual who confided in you but also your integrity and the well-being of your family relationships. By adhering to these principles of confidentiality, you help foster a culture of respect and trust in your community, reinforcing the value of personal boundaries and ethical behavior. In our journey through life, especially as we embrace the wisdom of our later years, understanding what to share and what to keep private can significantly enhance our family relationships and personal well-being. The 7 points we've explored emphasize the importance of maintaining discretion in areas ranging from financial matters to personal intimacies. By keeping certain aspects of our lives private, such as financial details, political and religious beliefs, romantic histories, health concerns, past conflicts, intimate behaviors, and secrets entrusted to us, we foster a healthier, more respectful family environment. Maintaining these boundaries not only respects individual privacy but also protects the dignity of our relationships. It ensures that family gatherings focus on strengthening bonds rather than navigating unnecessary tensions. As we model these practices, we also set a powerful example for younger generations about the importance of trust, respect, and discretion. Thank you for joining this discussion on maintaining prudent boundaries within the family. If this video has offered you new insights or reinforced the values you hold dear, please leave your comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where your support helps us bring more content that inspires growth, joy, and purpose. We look forward to continuing this journey with you, helping make every year of life rich and rewarding. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.